We have big game action in both Harford and Anne Arundel counties this week, plus the 75-year tradition marches on. All the highlights, scores, and more today on the Baltimore Sun High School Sports Show.
The Baltimore Sun High School Sports Show.
He's going down the right sideline. He's on the right.
Today's show is brought to you by University of Maryland Medicine, Best Buy, Dick's Sporting Goods, and Geico Direct Insurance.
Hi, and welcome to the Baltimore Sun High School Sports Show. I'm Sam Davis, sports editor for the Sun. We kick off today's show with the Harford County football showdown between C. Milton Wright, which made it to the state semifinals a year ago, and a vastly improved Falston Cougar team, which began the week with a perfect 7-0 record. Could the Cougars remain undefeated? Let's head north to Harford County and find out.
The undefeated Falston Cougars were looking for a school record 8th victory, but they would have to get by a tough CM Wright team who is still fighting for a Class 4A playoff berth. But Cougar running back Dave Ganano would be the warrior on this night, starting with his 45-yard touchdown jaunt 2 minutes into the contest. Moments later, fullback Nate Liebel takes it in from the 1, and Falston quickly up by 14 after the first 5 minutes of play. CM Wright got it going behind the strong arm of quarterback Justin Rice. This completion to Derek Autry sets up the Mustangs' first score. P.J. Hall takes it in from the 5, and the Mustangs trail by 7. Then, just before the half, Rice, who threw for 168 yards on the night, finds Chris Braun on this 25-yard pass play. The game was knotted at 14 heading into the intermission. In the third, it was Ganano again, this time for a 35-yard touchdown sprint. He would finish the contest with 260 yards rushing. But the Mustangs would answer the call. Rice again finds Christopher Fraun across the middle, not only fooling the defenders, but our cameras as well. Where is he? Here he comes into the picture, racing 49 yards for the score and a tie ball game at 21. But you guessed it, Dave Ganano would have the final say as he saves his best for last with this 52-yard dash to the end zone for the winning score. Falston provides win number 120 for Coach Dave Seski, which keeps them on track for their first ever Harford County football title.
Let's take a look at some other results from around the region on our Geico Direct scoreboard.
The hungry number 4 Cougars from Chesapeake and Arundel were looking to sink their teeth into the number 12 Falcons from Severna Park, who came into the contest with a 10-2 record. The Cougars 11-1 on the season would keep the pressure on the Falcons side of the field throughout the first half, and kept senior goalkeeper John Hopp on his toes and off of his feet with 8 shots on goal. Hopp finished with 10 saves on the night. The Cougars stayed on the prowl until 29 minutes into the half. Senior forward Robbie Geisler makes his move with an amazing header off the feed from Scott Mucci, putting the Cougars on the board 1-0. It was Geisler's 12th of the year. Let's take a look at this one again. Chesapeake took the lead into the half, and it would stay that way until late in the second half with under 20 seconds left to go. Junior forward Adrian Titus finds a seam and storms past defenders on his way to the goal. Hopp does his best to defend, but the reliable Robbie Geisler is there to pick up the deflection and put it into the net for the shutout victory over county rival Severna Park, 2-0.
In a classic rematch between the number 1 Hawks from River Hill and the number 2 Eagles from Centennial, the stage was set for the Eagles to avenge their loss to the Hawks just 4 weeks ago. River Hill, led by senior standout Shannon Patrick, got the Hawks flying early on. They would take the first game of the match 15-10. But the Eagles would fight back in the second with the help of junior Carolyn Doherty, who led Centennial with 10 kills, 9 digs, and 3-point blocks on the night. They took the game 15-12. It was River Hill's first loss in 28 straight games against a county team. But the Hawks would bounce back in the third, taking a 2-1 advantage in games by winning 15-13. And that's where they would land. The Eagles with strong defense and teamwork and key plays by senior captain Beth Stradling, who finished with 8 kills, along with precision serving by junior Megan Horst, who had 8 aces and no errors. The Eagles would soar to victory in the remaining 2 games, 15-1 and 15-9, to upend the Hawks and move to the #1 perch after this hard-fought battle in Howard County.
When we come back, North County travels to Old Mill for an Anne Arundel County football battle. It's our big game of the week, and it's next on the Baltimore Sun High School Sports Show.
There's a hospital in Maryland where a team of researchers are developing innovative, non-invasive cancer treatments. Doctors here are minimizing radiation exposure to healthy tissue by using 3-dimensional images to target the exact locations of tumors, thus improving patient comfort, care, and success. Who's leading these medical advancements? University of Maryland Medicine.
Make my dorm room the Best Buy dorm room.
This is it. Best Buy Residence Evaluation Team. We're going to take a look around if you don't mind. Built-in VCR and a Sony PlayStation, huh? Do your parents know you have that? You can't stop me. Am I the only one that smells that? Nice computer. What kind of CDs you got? Great stereo.
Dorm life from Best Buy. Now that's a great idea.
What's up? Tom, it's your mom.
Floating on cloud 9. I'm so happy. I'm feeling swell. Life is so sublime.
Imagine feeling this good about your car insurance bill.
So gosh darn incredibly happy.
That's happy, baby.
Geico Direct. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I have friends talk to me about suicide. I have friends talk to me about drugs.
Friends are real important because they always got your back.
Whenever I'm down, usually a friend of mine will cheer me up. Your friends are there to back you up, just someone to talk to.
The North County Knights, with a 6-1 record, were sitting pretty in the #2 position in the state's Class 4A East region when they met Anne Arundel County rival, the Old Mill Patriots, who at 5-2 were 3 notches below, holding down the #5 spot in the region. But a win by the Patriots would change those standings and move the Patriots to the #2 spot and a much better shot at the state playoffs. Could the Patriots knock off the Knights? Let's go to the sidelines with our Dave Goldman for Dick's Sporting Goods Big Game of the Week.
Sam, thanks. For North County, we salute Ricky Beecher, who holds a 3.8. And at Old Mill, it's hats off to Jason Galloway with a 3.0 GPA. It was week 7 for a pair of rivals jockeying for playoff position in conditions less than desirable for such a huge matchup. But the North County Knights and Old Mill Patriots battled one another as well as the elements. Old Mill strikes first. North County fumbled the opening kickoff. The capper comes here from junior Kelvin Collins on an 8-yard run. 7-0 Old Mill. Again, the Patriots used the turnover to set up the offense. Loose ball and the Pats are in business. 6 plays later, it's Collins again for a 14-0 lead on the short run. The Knights would work their way back. Early second quarter, a 7-play drive of their own, sparked by this 17-yard catch and run by junior speedster Greg Scott, puts the offense in position. Then it's Mike Pfisterer connecting with Dave Bush, who beats the defense for the 13-yard score. It's back to 14-6. Extra point, no good. At that point, Mother Nature took over the top storyline. What had been rain up to that point turned into heavy rain with lightning and thunder. Twice it held up the third quarter of play. But thunderstorms are a different animal, taken very seriously on all levels. And when the lightning showed up, it brought about a suspension of the game. 7:28 to go in the third. Old Mill bidding for the upset with a 14-6 lead over North County.
Assistant athletic director's decision. Home management's decision.
Yeah.
All right.
God.
We're now going to 9:46.
By Maryland state law, every time lightning flashes, the officials have to wait 30 minutes until it is passed. After a 45-minute wait, all parties agreed it was too dangerous to continue. The two teams would continue, but under better conditions, as last night Old Mill held on for the win and produced one of the major surprises of the week, topping rival North County. Both teams now stand at 6-2. The number 3 Roland Park Reds flew into Martianland to take on number 1 Bryn Mawr in the 75th annual meeting between these two neighborhood rivals. The Martians put the heat on Red sophomore keeper Molly Baker throughout the first half, but Molly and her defense would keep Bryn Mawr out of the net. No score at intermission, but plenty of excitement, and the excitement would intensify in period 2. The Martians attack once again and land a penalty shot for this infraction in the box by Roland Park. Forward Miles Whitman goes one-on-one against Baker, and Baker and the Reds come up big with a point-blank save to keep Roland Park's hopes alive for retaining the coveted Silver Cup, which they have held the past 2 years. Then irony would strike. The Reds put the heat on keeper Katie Coyne. Katie called for a penalty, setting up a perfect opportunity for the Reds with 11 minutes to go in the contest. And Allison Higgins takes advantage of the opportunity with a penalty shot up and over the stick of Coyne for the lone goal of the game. Bryn Mawr loses for the first time in 16 games as the Reds 10-3-2 take home the silver prize for the third year in a row.
Now, here's a look at some of the area's top student athletes. We're coming right back with our high school athletes of the week, and
coming up next is the Best Buy Plays of the Week on the Baltimore Sun High School Sports Show.
I'll be right back with your new low Geico rate. Great. I can save you over $250.
Every week, 10,000 drivers switch their car insurance to Geico. We take all the necessary precautions. Geico Direct. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Busy day.
What?
There's a hospital in Maryland where doctors are taking crash injury research to the next level. A hospital whose doctors are analyzing real crash data to help advance orthopedic care. Where world-renowned shock trauma specialists are using their clinical experience to help automakers design safer cars. Who's leading these medical advancements? University of Maryland Medicine.
Here's my idea. Make it easy to buy a cell phone.
With this new cellular and DSS support zone, Best Buy is unstoppable, Ed. You said it, Pat. Here we can see a customer being helped with his cell phone activation. He's connected and ready to go. Ooh, and this guy just made arrangements to have his DSS installed next Tuesday. That's a great plan. Let's go down to Frank.
So what do you think of the new support zone?
It's great. Everything's in one place. It's really easy.
Well, there you have it. Helping you get connected the easy way. Best Buy, now that's a great idea.
Erica Newman of Centennial and Talley White of Long Reach each played key roles as their teams pulled off upsets last week, both knocking off previously unbeaten opponents. Erica made 8 saves for the Eagles girls soccer team in an upset victory over then #1 River Hill, and Talley gained over 100 yards on offense and had 8 solo tackles to lead the Lightning football team over neighborhood rival Howard. Let's meet Erica and Talley, our University of Maryland Medicine Athletes of the Week.
I try to be a person that is very knowledgeable of the game and knows where everybody should be and when they should be there. And I try to just be a motivator for the rest of the team. And I feel that my play, being a keeper, is very important to the rest of the team, and how I play really makes a difference.
And junior keeper Erica Newman made the difference in the Eagles' upset victory over former #1 River Hill to post her 3rd shutout of the season. Erica has recorded 80 saves on the year and allowed just 10 goals. Her teammates call her Miss Dependable.
I'd rather be the person that's depended upon than depending upon somebody else. I kind of make my own destiny, and I kind of prefer it that way.
And the 2 words used most when describing Erica's play?
Leadership, and I guess respect. I guess the players respect her enough, and other teams respect her enough that when the ball does come down to the 18-yard line, she's there. She's going to give a good chance to stop the ball, and not too many have gone past her. And I feel comfortable, and the team feels comfortable back there. And hopefully we'll see how far we can go this year with her in the nets.
Most of the time, I'm the player that always has something to say, and my team makes fun of me for it, but I try to be a motivational player through my speeches, and some of the things that I like to emphasize are how to play the game tactically, and a lot of people haven't had the experiences that I've had with great coaches, and I try to, show people different ways to do things.
And what's the thing that motivates Erica the most?
The pressure to me is kind of a motivator, because the more pressure I have, usually the better I play.
This is the first year I've just been a part of the team, not been a captain or anything, but it kind of comes upon you. I mean, when you walk, how you play, how you talk, when you have that kind of experience, you just end up being a captain, even if you're not one of the ones standing in the front or leading the line. And I don't try to tell people what to do this year. I just try to let them look at me and know that I'm playing tough and that they can play tough too.
And tough certainly describes long-reach senior linebacker and fullback Talley White. 2 days into practice this season, Talley comes down with appendicitis, which requires surgery. His first thought, doomsday.
When I first got the appendicitis, I really felt like my season was basically over. I didn't feel like I was going to be able to come back. But the fact that I worked hard over the summer and was in such a good shape when I had the surgery and stuff, it really helped me to come back real strong and come back quick. And when I came back, I just stepped right in and felt like I hadn't missed anything.
And Talley certainly didn't miss anything last week in a big matchup with county rival Howard. He ran for 118 yards and a touchdown, which complemented his 8 solo tackles, 5 assists, a sack, and a fumble recovery. He's a natural leader with a head for the game.
He's just football smart. That's the thing. He came in his freshman year, touted as a basketball player, and picking football for the first time and being able to master it the way he has, I think says a lot for just his athletic ability. He definitely has a D1 body. He's looking to play linebacker at the next level.
But for now, the level where Talley wants to be is right where he is, holding on to, of course, a few memories.
High school now feels like one big year with some players leaving and some players coming, and I can really say that every team for every year had a different feeling, but I enjoyed all 4 of them. I really enjoyed playing with my friends, and I just really enjoyed this atmosphere here at Long Beach.
And our congratulations go out to Talley and Erica, our University of Maryland Medicine Athletes of the Week.
Thanks, Amber. Now, watch these outstanding plays from last week's action.
Sam, our highlight reel this week begins with what we consider the #1 hit of the week. Boston running back Dave Ganano, who had a big game against rival CM Wright, takes this kickoff and is greeted royally by Mustang Philip Spangler. How do you do? More good defense on tap, featuring the Reds from Roland Park, led by keeper Molly Baker and midi Kelsey Twist, who work as a team to keep the Martians out of the net en route to their 1-0 upset victory. And how about this action in front of the net? Severna Park tries to even the score against 4th-ranked Chesapeake. No luck as the shot goes wide. But luck would have it as North County quarterback Mike Disterer goes airborne, only to have the ball tipped. But Dave Bush spots it and hauls it in for this 25-yard completion. It earns our honors as Best Buy Outstanding Play of the Week.
Today's Best Buy Best Cheer comes courtesy of the Lady Scorpions from Oakland Mills. You are now nominated to be honored as our Best Buy Cheerleaders of the Year. Congratulations, ladies.
The mill, rock house, and with the mill, rock house, they rock it all the way down. Yeah!
This Medical Minute is brought to you by University of Maryland Medicine, featuring Dr. Andrew Tucker, a team physician for the Baltimore Ravens, who talks to us today about a common and potentially serious injury, a concussion.
Anyone taking part in a collision sport should know that concussions, or what's more accurately termed mild traumatic brain injury, can occur in those sports, and it should be reported. We have a lot of difficulties with people playing those kind of sports that think it's all part of the game, and once they get a ding or which is really a mild concussion where they're not feeling quite right, they may be a little bit forgetful, they feel woozy or dizzy. Those things need to be reported to a trainer or to a parent because failure to do so can have significant ramifications, the most important of which is if you get hit again when you're already suffering the effects of a concussion, usually you end up having a much worse concussion, or the symptoms after the concussion are much more prolonged. The common symptoms that are associated with it are headache, dizziness, lightheadedness, nausea, being forgetful, being slow, not being able to absorb things as quickly as usual, understand things, follow conversations. All those are symptoms of concussion, and the athletes need to be aware that it's not helpful for them to withhold information. It can only hurt them.
When we come back, an inspirational story of courage and perseverance next on the Baltimore Sun High School Sports Show.
There's a hospital in Maryland where in 1920, doctors first showed the world surgery could be performed on the heart. A hospital whose pioneering excellence continues today, with doctors developing advanced videoscopic procedures to reduce pain and recovery time. Who's leading these medical advancements? University of Maryland Medicine.
Make my dorm room the Best Buy dorm room.
This is it. Best Buy Residence Evaluation Team, we're going to take a look around if you don't mind. Built-in VCR and a Sony PlayStation, huh? Do your parents know you have that? You can't stop me. Yeah. Am I the only one that smells that? Nice computer. Hey, what kind of CDs you got? Great stereo.
Dorm life from Best Buy. Now that's a great idea.
What's up? Tom, it's your mom.
It's amazing what some people will do to save a little money.
Found it!
What a piece of work.
Yet with one call to Geico, you could save 15% or more on car insurance. And considering the alternatives, making a phone call is pretty simple.
I got it!
Amateur.
Geico Direct. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Everyone wants to feel accepted.
And that's the big problem nowadays. Nobody wants to be themselves. Everybody wants to try to fit in.
Not trying to be like everybody else is something very important.
Everybody needs to feel good about themselves. That's just the way it is.
Colleen Ty is making her mark as a gifted athlete in softball, basketball, and soccer at Carver A&T in Baltimore County. But she is gifted in many other ways. You see, Colleen is deaf, and she must rely on her other senses as well as her interpreters, classmates, teammates, and family to meet daily challenges, both on and off the playing field. Here's her story.
Many people don't include
play sports because I'm deaf.
Many people don't think I can play sports because I'm deaf, but it doesn't matter because I can't hear. I have my body just like other people do.
That's why I don't want to give up.
That's why I don't want to give up. I want to keep going to show people my heart.
And it's Colleen Tighe's heart and soul which guides her through a challenging world, a world without sound. Colleen, now a senior at Carver A&T, was born deaf. And for the past 17 years, she has relied on lip reading, sign language, and interpreters to communicate. It's a different world, yes, but not a lesser world for Colleen.
I'm the only person who's deaf in my family.
Yeah, I'm a young person too.
So I feel like I'm a hearing person too.
I can talk.
I can talk
and I can
sign.
But when I was in the deaf world,
it was
very difficult to do
I knew that the culture was different from the hearing world.
Because in the hearing world,
in the hearing world, the people are talking, and in the deaf world, people are signing. So I realized it was really cool that I was in the deaf world, and the people could sign with me and communicate well with me.
But communication on the soccer field or softball field or basketball court, 3 sports Colleen excels in, has frustrating moments as you can well imagine.
I think it's frustrating because it's hard to communicate with the people who play sports with me because they really don't know sign language, and I know sign language. But sometimes I have to look at the people when they're talking. I always ask them, and I say, do you have any problems? Please ask me.
Determination and perseverance is how Colleen has reached the pinnacle of her high school career at Carver A&T. As a 3-sport athlete, she has earned 9 varsity letters and is well on her way to a successful college career.
Going to college at Gallaudet.
I was looking forward to play sports with them.
I'm looking forward to playing sports there.
But I really want to play softball there.
But I really want to play softball there.
As a coach, and looking at it from a coach and a dad's point of view, you can see this determination that I'm equal with you. I not be able to hear what you're saying, but I can get on the field and I can show you I can do the same things that you can do and maybe do them better.
And being better for Colleen doesn't always mean she has to be the best. Along with her 3.8 grade point average in the classroom, Colleen feels as long as she keeps her priorities in check, well, that's her sign of success.
My parents always tell me.
My parents always tell me, be happy, have fun, and be positive. Don't be sad, and we want to see you smile. Be happy, have fun, play out. So it really made me realize I had to be more positive and be happy, my body and my mind, to make sure that I feel good.
When I was growing up, I just want to keep going.
When I was growing up, I really didn't want to keep going. I don't want to give up. I love to play sports. It's my favorite thing to do.
Thanks, Elena. That's all the time we have for today. Be sure to keep up with your favorite teams and players by reading the Sun's daily high school coverage. Thanks for watching, and have a great school week ahead.
Our Prep Athlete Awards are courtesy of Larry Beck, the Trophy King.